were going to drive 5,000 miles in 11 days across 4 countries, leaving Oxford through France, Spain into Morocco, to Marrakesh, and into the Sahara Desert before heading for home.
And then with a week to go, the car's now broken. One of the chassis mounts that holds the chassis onto the body is completely rusted through. So that's proving a bit of a nightmare to fix, but hopefully it should all be fixed. The parts arrived this week. And then we were coming out of the gym the other day, and the oil breather pipe off the bottom of the gearbox was leaking. And first of all we thought it was the air conditioning pipe which had broken, but then it all transpired that it was the oil pipe that was completely broken. So we've had to then manufacture Land Rover parts to then fit the Toyota Land Cruiser that we're driving. So hopefully it will all go to plan. We all owe this really to Sam, because he's literally sorted the whole thing out, and he's been amazing the whole thing. So hopefully we get it all sorted. Yeah, then hopefully we can then leave on Tuesday when we've originally planned to. Today's Sunday before we leave. We've got 2 days before we go.
She told me that I didn't know, and she left me with a broken heart.
This is mission Skoda to the landing.
Having an absolute shocker.
She fooled me twice in the summer.
See you later.
She cut too deep and she let me score. Now there's so many thoughts going through my
Very
head.
Otherwise, you know,
And now I'm taking these shots.
To Morocco.
We're literally half an hour from Oxford with the boys in the car. Just left. And we're already stuck in the world's biggest car park. Look at this.
different dream, baby, different dream.
Made it onto the Eurotunnel. Now we're literally about to board the train down there to go to France.
Didn't know before. Surprised when you call me up door. Hardest damn jewelry I bought. You was my shorty I thought. Never caught a feeling this hard. Harder than the liquor I poured. Tell me you don't want me no more.
Ahoy!
I can't let go.
France. We made it to France. Look at this. Whee. First diesel trip of the holiday. It's always better when we've got a car full of diesel. We've been in France for what, about 3 hours. Done about 200 miles. On the sat nav, we've got. We've got 1,174 miles left to Marbella. 17 hours. We should be getting there at about 10 o'clock. Perfect. Then we can have a little sleep. So we're taking it in turns, moving to drive. Had about 6 hours on each. So yeah, it's pretty good fun. Here you go. Here's Hoppo. Hoppo.
Alright, chap, just going for a quick ride. That way.
Car surfing.
Huh? Yeah.
Joe's got a pretty comfy bed in the back here.
Right, jumping down. Here we go. We're
Go
going
on.
to do some parkour.
Go on, mate.
You absolute weapons. Again, lands on you. Regent Street.
Take a look at my girlfriend, but she's the only one I got. Not much of a girlfriend. I never seem to get a lot. I never seem to get a lot.
That's how she did it. Was it? That great there.
at about an hour south of Madrid. We drove through the night completely. Ed drove about 10, maybe 12 hours. Tim drove 15 hours through the night. About 700 miles each, which was really impressive. And now the plan is just to do about 4 hours to Marbella, so we crush that the whole way. Then we plan to go out tonight into Ocean Beach, something in Marbella, which should be good fun. And then tomorrow head down to just past Gibraltar and get across over to Morocco. We've made it to Marbella. 2,000 miles later, we're here, finally. Is it a palm tree? Is it a car? It's a car. Looks like the boys had a good night last night in the Skoda. They've come back with 2 palm trees on the roof.
Derek.
Oh.
Derek's an absolute nightmare.
The hotel owner just came up to us and was like, whose car is that? And we were like, absolutely no idea.
Kid, this is what happens in an unlimited 1 hour bar. You get absolutely blasted.
I was just assessing the damage. What's what? We've come all the way to south of Spain. Okay, and you could eat anywhere. French restaurants, Spanish restaurants on the way down. Absolutely anywhere. Spanish food, tapas, anything. But guess where we come? McDonald's. Come on. Crazy, isn't it? All the way from home, we still eat these bloody places. We're now heading for the ferry to go over to Tangiers. Now that's saying transporting everything in the kitchen sink. Look at that. Everything and the kitchen sink. Only the Tangiers border would you see that, wouldn't you? Crazy. They're going without us, lads. Hello, lads.
Hello.
Hello.
Nearly missed the ferry, right?
Day 3, we're all packed into this ferry going from south of Spain to Tangiers in Morocco. Why are we going to Africa?
We just talking about this, we have no idea. We just realised we're sitting on a boat going to Africa. Watch. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm not really sure. I'm sure. It's a long way down. It will all come clear.
Huh?
It will all come clear.
Good.
Do you think it will come clear when we get there why we're going to Africa? Absolutely not, no, probably not. But let's stay optimistic. It's weird to put that in your job.
We're on the ferry to Morocco. The best port of ALGERCIARAS behind us. We've got about an hour and a half ferry crossing to Morocco, which you can see over there. And when we get there, the plan is to drive to Tangiers tonight, which is about an hour's drive in and out from the port. And from there, we're going to try and find somewhere to stay tonight. And carry on the road trip south towards the desert tomorrow. And you can see Gibraltar over there. Gibraltar's over there, the rock. And then over here is Ceuta, which is like a bit of Spain, and the Straits of Gibraltar Sea. And we saw loads of the Royal Navy as we came out here, all guarding this area. So yeah, it's pretty cool. Another day, another continent. Just landed in Morocco.
Countries like Cheerios.
Countries are like Cheerios.
update for you while we wait for the other guys. They're somewhere lost in Tangiers, not sure where they are. We just arrived through the border, and we all got off the boat, and then we handed our passports to the passport control guys, and they were sort of flicking through, speaking Arabic to us, not really knowing what was going on. Anyway, it transpires you need to get these stamps while you're on the boat. Anyway, so we ended up having to go leave the cars at customs, walk back onto the boat to get these stamps. Which took about half an hour, absolute nightmare. Had to wait for the border force to come back from their houses, literally, to back on the boats and get us our stamps and all these like documents. Anyway, eventually we then got through after about an hour, and then I had to then get the cars checked and give all our documentation to them, and probably took 2 hours to get through border force. And then we drove 50 minutes to Tangiers, where we were spending this evening. And then after that, God, look, classic. And then we went for tea and coffee at the Shell Garage, which was really good fun. It cost us £1 for it's like mint tea thing. And now we're literally waiting for the others to come back from wherever they are. They're literally lost in Tangiers. And then we're going to try and find our room for this evening. And go explore Morocco.
Today's day 4 of our trip, and today we're going to drive from Tangiers up here, the northern gateway to Africa, to Casablanca, which is about 250 kilometres, and then spend the night there. And we stopped in Rabat for lunch.
Port of Azella, something like that. Look at these horse and carts. Addict. It was the thinnest man you've ever seen in your life, and he said, "Oh, you're in the wrong place, you must go to this paradise beach." Gave us this like dodgy little postcode thing and told us to come down here. We drove down these mountains here, wiggled down, and then there's this amazing beach here. It's unbelievable. Look at this, one of the most picturesque places I think I've ever been to. There's no one here either, absolutely no one. It is beautiful. Met this guy selling peaches here in the back of his truck, and we tried to buy some in US dollars off him. Anyway, he ended up just giving them all to us. He was so stoned, and he was smoking so much hash. So Tim's loving it. Anyway, so he ended up giving us, what a nice man, ended up giving us all these peaches. Look, we've all got them. What are you talking about? Who's that?
Is this MBTV?
Yeah.
Oh, sweet.
MBTV.
I've made an appearance again. Max on the giant peach.
What a nice man.
I thought you guys could stay, they've gone.
After I put the camera down, he just put us on the phone to a friend of his in Birmingham, and he said that unless we spoke to his friend in Birmingham, no one would believe that he'd met some English people. There you go.
Who's that there?
Basically, we ended up going down this wrong road into a marketplace. We're not really allowed to be here. We keep getting told off by locals, which is very funny. Keep going, mate. Keep going. Keep going. Like that white, I think those people think that the white Land Cruiser is like military. He's wearing a shirt as well.
They shouldn't have gone through that.
Coming through this, we've got a wall there, and we've got a wall literally there. It's so tight.
That's why they make these cars quite wide. That's actually not that, it's not that wide.
It's tall, it's like a Defender.
It's for this.
Yeah, nailed.
Nailed it. Let's go.
We've headed to Marrakesh. Look how nice our Riyadh is for this evening. Look. So in here, got like a sitting room here. And we've got the pool. And big balcony here. And this is one of the bedrooms for this evening. And the bathroom. And the shower here. Day 5, we're in Marrakesh. I'm between 2 days here. We got here last night and we leave tomorrow morning to go into the desert. But look at the view that we woke up to this morning. Look at this. Unbelievable. This riad really is amazing. We're having supper here tonight. The guys are cooking for us. It's owned by this Turkish guy. So we'll see what. No. Finally made it out of bed today into this main square in Marrakesh, into the main market. Wasn't feeling too great earlier, but now me and Sam have come for a little walk. And this is the main square here. It's absolute chaos. Yeah. Look at this little guy. Look at this little guy. Look at this.
For you, hold them, yeah.
Look at this. Oh no, it's fine. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
After I put the camera in, I just got mugged off by this guy for cash literally after putting the camera on the monkey. He was like, no, you owe me money for the monkey. And I was like, okay, fine. We left Marrakesh this morning, we're heading to the desert. We've driven up to the Atlas Mountains. And it's only about 20 degrees here, it was about 35 in Marrakesh. Look at the view. Really.
This one episode of MBTV, I'm going to get out my mega choc. Mega choc. Mega choc. Tim, you're on MBTV, what do you have to say for yourself?
Today's been a really good day. We drove from Marrakesh this morning up to the Atlas Mountains, where we then stopped off at various places on the way. On my first speeding ticket, going 70 and a 60, got pulled over by the police, and then had to pay a fine and show my passports and everything. It's all quite entertaining. But the guy then turns around and goes, oh, it's okay to speed if you then just pay the fine. So we were like, oh, fair enough. Paid the fine, then went off. And we carried on driving through the desert for a bit. And then we saw this Land Cruiser, this Land Defender at the petrol station, and Sam offered to buy it off him. Anyway, we then got talking to this bloke, and he offered that we stay in his riad like 2 hours down the road, as he is driving there now. Anyway, so we're now waiting outside this like bus station here to for him to come get us.
It's 42 degrees. Can you see that? 42 degrees. It's so hot. So the guy we met last night, the really nice guy who took us to Riyadh, he ended up taking us to his campsite last night, which was amazing. We stayed there, strung up the hammock, as you can see in the photo below. And then today he came up and was like, oh, you must come to this place called Merzouga down south. So we're going to go there now, near the Algerian border. And we can take us on a camel ride to these tents. We're going to stay overnight, and then camel ride back in the morning. And I'm going to start the long journey back home to the UK. So it should be really fun. I think everyone's looking forward to it. So yeah.
Morning, Joseph.
Morning.
Today's plan of attack is we've now got an hour and 40-minute drive from Chefchaoen to Tangier Med, then get the ferry over to Spain, to Malaga, then from Malaga to San Sebastian in the north on the French border, which is about a 14-hour drive. So it's going to be a very, very long day.
Made it to Calais. Boom. 2,000 miles from the Sahara to Calais. And when we were en route, we decided that the Eurotunnel was so expensive that we found this like hack you can do. You can buy so much wine from Majestic and then they give you your Eurotunnel for free. So look at the wine. So we bought all this different wine and then they give you your Eurotunnel for free. Didn't bother filming on the way here because we're just motorway driving and you've sort of seen it all before on the way down. However, we camped in this pretty cool place last night. I'll show you, put the picture down below. At a petrol station, which is quite good fun. Then we get the Eurotunnel and we've got about 2-3 hours back to Oxford later. And then the road trip is finished. It has really been amazing. We made it back. Look where we are. 37, back home. It's an amazing trip. In the process of unpacking at the moment.